This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Landlord, said I, what sort of chap is he? Does he always keep such late hours? It was hard upon 12 o'clock. The landlord chuckled again. His lean chuckle, he seemed to be mightily tickled at the sound. Beyond my comprehension. No, he answered. Generally, he's an early bird. Early to bed, early to rise. Yes, it's the bird that catches the worm. But tonight, he went out a-peddling, you see. And I don't see what on earth is keeping him up so late unless he can't sell his head. Can't sell his head? What sort of bamboozling story is this you're telling me? Getting into a towering rage. Do you pretend to say, landlord, that this harpooner is actually engaged this blessed Saturday night, or rather Sunday morning, in peddling his head about town? That's precisely it, said the landlord. And I told him he couldn't sell it here. The market's overstocked. With what? I shouted. With heads, to be sure. Ain't there too many heads in this world? I tell you, what it is, landlord, said I calmly. You'd better stop spinning that yarn to me. I'm not green. Maybe not, taking out a stick and whittling a toothpick. But I'd rather guess you'll be done brown if that 'ere harpooner catches you slandering his head. I'll break it for him, said I, now flying into a passion again, at an unaccountable farrago of the landlord's. It's broke already, said he. Broke, I said. Broke, what do you mean? Certain. And that's the very reason he can't sell it, I guess. Landlord, said I, going up to him as cool as Mount Helka in a snowstorm. Landlord, stop whittling. You must understand one another. And that, too, without delay. I come to your house. I want a bed. You tell me you can only give me half of one and the other belongs to a certain harpooner. And this harpooner, who I have not seen yet, you persist in telling me the most mystifying and exasperating stories, telling me to beget me in a comfortable feeling toward the man whom you desire for my bedfellow, a sort of complexion, landlord, which is an intimate and confidential one to the highest degree. Now I demand of you to speak out and tell me who and what this harpooner is, and whether I shall be in all respects safe to spend the night with him. And in the first place, you will be so good as to unsay that story about selling his head, which, if true, I take to be good evidence that this harpooner is stark mad, and I have no idea of sleeping with a madman. And you, sir, I mean landlord, you, sir, by trying to induce me to do so knowingly, would thereby render yourself liable to criminal prosecution. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, a restful night's sleep. Ciao. New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, a restful night's sleep.